Hey, Happy New Year. Good evening, everybody.
Hey
Good evening.
guys, we
All
made
right.
it.
Yes, we did. We made it.
Happy
Absolutely.
2022 to you and to yours.
Yes.
Hey, thank
Yes.
you for tuning in. Come on in here.
Not only we made it back.
And we made it back. Yes, we came last week. We came to you from Canada. We were actually
Absolutely.
in
Bucket list stuff. Yes.
it's been a whirlwind. It's been a
It was yes, it was pretty. It was awesome. It was an awesome journey.
yeah, we
Yeah.
closed out the year and we made it. And you made it.
That's
Thank
right.
God we made it. We
Yes.
crossed over into 2022. So we're glad to be here
We're
for
glad to
another
be back.
episode of Conversations with the Lovebirds. I'm
Where-
Darlene Bird,
And I'm William Bird.
and we love people and we love love. And
Love
so
love. That's
we're
it.
here to just have a conversation. We just talking,
Just
y'all.
talking. That's what we do all the time.
So
Just
thanks
talk.
for joining
Just talking.
us in our conversation
Mhm.
this week. Last week we talked about does it bring out the best?
Absolutely.
And we felt like at the end of the year it's time to
starting
get-
the new year.
get a little contemplative. You know what I
Yes.
mean? Do some thinking
Mhm.
about where you are, where you want to be, what
Where you're
changes
going.
need to be made. That's right. How you want your love credit to increase.
There you go.
Get those
That's right.
points. Make sure that account is
The
in the
union
green.
institution.
And the account is in the green. You don't want it to be in the red. So so we talked last week. We talked about does it bring out the best,
Mhm.
and we
Right.
just asked people to pause. Does your relationship does it bring out the best? And so we talked about complimenting versus completing. Go ahead, baby.
No, and I was helping you out because you
Okay.
got stuff that you
I
got
did.
stuff.
Complimenting versus completing, and the whole "you complete me" thing.
Mhm.
And we had various ideas and opinions about that,
Yes.
but we offered something that we thought was better, and that was complimenting, not completing. And we had some great
Great
conversation
conversation.
about that. So thank you all. If you saw that, put in the comments. I saw it. I was there.
Mhm. Yep.
I listened to it, or maybe you went back and you
Mhm.
listened to it last week's episode. It was a lot of fun.
Yes, it
So
was.
we thank you all for tracking with us
Yep.
over the weeks. And so we're happy to be here today. Today, babe, you picked the topic today. What's today's topic?
As I usually do. See, we have a great dynamic. So I usually pick the topic and do all the research. And Darlene is she delivers things so greatly. So she does all the delivery. I do most of the research, choose most of the topics, but she really kind of pulls it together, does our vision board, how we want to present it. So that's another way how we compliment each other.
Well,
Exactly.
I just, something just fell.
Hold tight, guys.
Something fell.
There's done. There's.
Yeah. So, but guys, at the end of the day, I know how I am about my time and how precious my time is and managing my time, and how I'm choosy about the things that I want to put my time into. I just want to make sure, if you spend an hour with the Lovebirds, that you have something that you can chew on, that you have something that's tangible, and that it's a good use of your time. That's all. Just want to make sure that we package it well, so that when you walk away, you don't just say that was good, but it's good for you.
But it's good for you.
Yeah, it's not
Exactly.
just was good, but it was
Exactly.
good for you, and it's some tangible steps. So
Mhm.
that's kind of there you go. That's kind of where I am. So I love, my husband has great ideas, and he could talk.
But you talk better. You deliver better. Let me say that.
I can summarize it
Yes,
and
you
package
do great.
it
You do great.
and say, hey,
Yes.
that's 5 key
Yes.
points you just
Exactly.
made.
Exactly. Exactly.
Amy, don't even tell stories. Tell the truth.
Mhm.
Amy said she gonna be quiet.
Yeah,
tonight.
you know you lying. First, let me say thank you,
Oh, she's
Charles, for
driving.
joining, Amy for joining.
Yes,
Our good friend
guys.
Sheldon Smith is watching. What's up, Rob?
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Yeah,
That's
Janine. Hey,
I'll
girl.
just say, hey,
My December birthday queen,
who's that?
Janine.
Okay.
So we're just happy to see everybody, and thank you guys for tracking with us
Mhm.
today. And so we're talking
Just
about
a
we're
minute.
going to talk about keeping it,
keeping it,
making it
getting-
right,
getting
getting
it right,
right,
and keeping it
and
tight.
keeping it tight,
Keeping it tight.
getting it right,
Yes,
and
yes.
keeping it tight. And if it
Yes.
wasn't right and tight in 2021, guess what?
That's what we got.
You got a
some
whole
ways
new year.
And you got
a
some
whole
good
new
ways
year.
for you to keep it right and get it tight in 2022.
That's right. That's right. We're
Yep.
all about healthy relationships, guys, and we're all about improving.
Mm-hmm.
And don't just be how you are when you can be better. Don't just be where you are when you can be better. And don't let your relationship just be that's just how it is when it can be better if we just are intentional.
Better and healthy.
Yeah.
I like that.
Better and healthy.
Better and healthy. How about that? That's what we try to do. Try to keep it healthy.
Yeah.
So we got some great ways on how you guys can better your relationship and keep it tight.
Okay.
Get it right. Or if you need to implement some things to get it right in 2022. So we're going to start off. Hey, Frenchie, good to see you.
10 of life.
Hey, cousin Nitras, great to see you. 10 of life. Good to see you, Mr.
Thanks
Ricks.
for joining
Yes, sir.
in.
Thanks for joining.
Yes.
Mr. Ricks. Yes, sir. Absolutely.
Good.
Absolutely.
Look at Mo. What's up, Mo?
Mo Jones. Oh my goodness. What's up, big guy?
Mo said he got to find a partner first. That's all right.
No, listen, Mo. This will help
we
you
got
get
stuff
there.
Coming.
Yes.
We got stuff coming.
Oh yeah, we got some stuff coming too.
We got some stuff coming, y'all.
Are we
doing it, toenail? Stop it, Billy Bird. We got some stuff coming.
Yes.
We'll
announce it. You can tell them now.
I'm
Great.
telling now.
Let's get that out the way.
Coming to a boat near you. We are hosting a love cruise on February the 13th on the Spirit of Philadelphia, and we're celebrating love.
Yes.
Individuals, it's $75. Couples, it's $150. We're going to do a brunch sale on the Spirit of Philadelphia with food and dancing and all of that good stuff on the Spirit of Philadelphia.
We're partnering with
we're partnering with
the English Love Language.
Yes. They do a lot of wonderful things.
Yes.
I love how they focus as well. They have the similar mission on healthy relationships and dating and kind of keeping it spicy.
Yes.
So Sophia and Joe, they keep it spicy.
What's up, Mo?
So whether you're in a relationship or if you're single, join us on that. You can Cash App $ Darlene Bird or Cash App Sophia. I don't have her thing in front of me.
I forgot.
We'll have it next time. But singles are
I'll
invited and couples are invited. We're sailing out of Philadelphia on the Spirit of Philadelphia on February
the 13th, Sunday, February 13th. It's a brunch cruise.
Yes, the day before Valentine's Day.
The day before Valentine's.
So hope you all will join us. We're going to pack that boat. We're going to have a good time. We're going to celebrate love. Feel Good Talk will be broadcasting there.
Yes.
And we're excited.
We'll be broadcasting live.
I think they're going to do the dating game, right?
Oh, we're going to do the dating game.
So Muhammad,
you need to go.
Yeah.
We're doing a dating game. Yes. We'll have door prizes. We'll have some other giveaways. You won't want to miss it. I promise you. It's going to be really good. So one of those things we've been
make the investment.
Yeah, there you go.
We celebrate love.
That's a good job.
All right, and that's one of the ways we're going to help you to get it right and keep it tight.
Exactly.
Is focusing on your relationship and on the things that make for a healthy relationship. Exactly. If you're still waiting for your boo, like
boo
Mo.
to show up, like Mo.
So some of the things that we do to make it right and keep it tight, and we focus on keeping it tight.
Yes.
Some of the things that we do. You want to share some of the stuff that we do, baby?
Absolutely, because I drew up the list.
You drew up the list.
And I'm going to start with one of the things that I found to be the most significant ways to keep our relationship tight because we love God.
Yeah.
And that is to pray for one another. And I got to tell this story because Darlene doesn't know this. So I was going to say, I told her I had a story to tell.
Okay.
About praying for each other. So our first way to keep it right and keep it tight in 2022 is to pray for one another.
Yeah.
And just this morning, so I woke up this morning and like I do usually on a pod show night, I wake up with what I went to bed with the night before. Okay. So I usually I put the podcast is the last thing I go to sleep with on a Tuesday night so that I'm fresh in the morning. All my thoughts, I kind of gather them all so that when I wake up in the morning, I jump right back in it. That's a great way for me to be able to, because I think about what the last thing I thought about, so I jump right back in. Let me tell you this story, guys, and this is amazing. So I get up this morning, and of course, I go into prayer first. And Darlene, let me say this, is not a morning person. No, don't get me wrong, because there are some people who are morning person who claim or who coin themselves not morning people, and you wake up in the morning and they wake up in the morning.
I need a minute.
But you're not this kind. You know how some people are. They get up in the morning, and the best you can get out of them is a grunt or a mumble. If you say good morning to them, or you say, good morning, it's one of those kind of situations. But let me tell you, so I get up this morning, and this is actually what I'm thinking about, because I'm going over the list, and the first thing on the list was a prayer. So I remember the first thing was on the list was prayer. So I'm thinking about this prayer thing, and I'm saying, I did it all because it hits me that, why don't people get up in the morning and pray? And then the first thing that hit me was because they're not morning people. And it's amazing, guys. So in the midst of me thinking all of this, Darlene wakes up. And guess what she does? The first things out of her words, she rolls over and she starts rubbing my body. She says, body rub time. And I'm like, so she starts to give me this body massage, just a gentle rub over my whole body, kind of body massage. But she actually announces it. She says, it's body rub time. And then right after that, she goes in prayer, and everything in her prayer was for me. She covered me from the top of my head to the tip of my toes. She prayed for my business. She prayed, this was an out loud prayer. So here it is, this not morning person. She woke up this morning and just dispelled all of my assumptions of people who say they're not morning people.
She laid hands on me this morning. And I thought that was over. Your heart.
You did. You prayed for my inners, my outers. You prayed for my poop.
Healthy.
I swear to goodness, y'all think I'm joking. This is a true story.
All of your systems.
She paid for everything. And I just thought that was amazing. That,
hey, cousin Lisa.
Hey, Lisa, how you doing? I just thought that was amazing.
Yeah.
Here I was thinking, why don't people pray? Because then they give this, this adage that I'm not a morning person. And she turns around and wakes up this morning and she just goes in, and it's all for me. And it's just all about a relationship. So wasn't that a great story? You didn't know that was coming, did you?
No.
And you started that whole thing. I thought that was amazing. So I'm going. And I say that to say this because her praying for me motivated me. Now I'm always a morning person. I get up with an intentional purpose to make my day and our lives better.
Let me tell him how the morning usually goes. He's up like he used to be like Pop Tall recruit, but I was like, you better get out of here with this. You better go ahead somewhere. I'm not a recruit. I don't do that 6 o'clock morning stuff. But how it normally goes, and I like to say I'm spoiled because I am so spoiled. But since we've been married, he's a morning person. When his eyes crack, before he goes to the bathroom or does anything, I feel his hand on me and he prays. And I'm like, I don't even pray in the morning like I used to since I've been married to him, because I feel so covered. And I'm like, yeah, baby, that's good. And I'm pulling the covers back over my head. Go ahead. Exactly. Yeah, do that. Yeah, do what you're doing. Amen.
And then what's the next thing?
And then he gets up and he fixes my coffee and he does his morning stuff. But
my morning stuff.
Yeah, but
I get up he prays with a mission to make our day easier, better, and significant.
So if you're not praying together, or somebody's not praying, and I pray for him all the time, but normally he's gone.
Love you too, cousin.
By the time I get up, he gets my coffee, he gets me situated, and he's gone. But every once in a while, it is good for him to, to hear me pray out loud. Or sometimes we'll get up and we have a hot tub on the deck. We'll get in the deck, and that's our time to connect. If neither one of us have early morning appointments, we'll connect in the hot tub and we'll just connect with each other. We may pray there, but he has to hear me pray out loud for him every once in a while, and she should as well. So, if depending on where you are, that's one of the key things that we do.
Listen to this.
I pulled
up a very interesting fact that, through some of my stuff. It said that couples that pray for one another, the divorce rate is like 5%. So that means like
Really?
literally nobody is really getting divorced when they're praying for their significant other. I thought that
That's
was amazing.
yeah, because
Because the
especially
divorce rate,
divorce
the
is
divorce rate is
50%.
like 50%.
And even in
60%.
church,
Yes,
it's
yes,
50%.
exactly.
So you
exactly.
can just because you're in church don't mean that you're actively, and I
Right.
would say that's probably actively praying, actively wanting the best for the other person. If I'm
Exactly.
actively wanting the best for you, let me tell you somebody, Stormy O'Martian. I can't stand her.
Stormy O'Martian.
I can't stand her.
Yes,
But
amen.
Stormy O'Martian says, and I couldn't stand her because I didn't want to do what she was telling me to do when she was telling me to do it. But it makes sense in there. She said, pray for your mate as if you are the only person in the world that's praying for your mate.
That's good.
Like you, it's on you. That's how you go to the Lord for your mate. And I mean, I hadn't heard that at the time. I wasn't trying to hear that, but it does make sense. It does make sense. And if you're, honey, like I'm thinking about that fact that you shared. But
yes.
If you are really doing that, if you're really going before God on behalf of your mate, and they're going before God on behalf of you, I gotta say that's gotta do something to keep that divorce rate down.
I think one of the least. Oh, I'm sorry. Great. I'm sorry. Mm-hmm. Yeah, I'm sorry. I think one of the least. I mean, how I'm going to say this. One of the misexpectations that a lot of people don't hit on in relationships is that we need God.
Yeah.
I think a lot of people miss that, and they don't make that an expectation of their marriage.
You're right. They make it an afterthought.
They make it an afterthought.
When we start having problems, then we're going to go. Yeah, it's an afterthought. It's an afterthought.
Yes, I would suggest that you make that an expectation that you are going to need God in your relationship, in your marriage.
Yeah.
That's all I'm gonna say about that. Because I mean,
well, you know, if nothing else, it makes you get out of yourself. There's something that's bigger than you and better than you and stronger than you and more powerful than you. Right. And so it makes you put that selfishness down a little bit if you're going to do his will, you know, and his will is greater.
Yes.
Absolutely. So you need God in your relationship.
Absolutely.
That's how we roll.
That's good stuff right there. That's how we roll.
That's how we roll.
That's how
you roll.
Yes. Yep, absolutely.
So babe, I like that.
You like that?
I like that.
Okay, so my next point would be what we do next. This is kind of keeping it tight and keeping it right. This is kind of like I kind of modeled this after what we do.
Okay.
Because the next thing we do is talk and communicate. And for some, talking and communicating may be an apology. It may be forgiveness. It could be talking about what your plans for the day are. It could be talking about plans for your future, plans for what needs to be done or taken care of during the day. So talking, communicating, and listening. We do a lot of talking. And that's right after prayer, pretty much. After we get up, we hit the hot tub or something like that. How are you feeling today?
Yeah. How can I help you?
How can I help you? What can I do? Yeah. What's on the list for the day? Exactly. We do that. I do that all the time. I do. Yeah, we do that all the time.
Yeah.
I think the opening up early with it and
early and often
is there you go.
Early and often
is key.
Yeah.
So an essential and healthy relationship.
We talk about we revisit different times and memories.
We talk about the wedding or anything. We talk about a trip.
Yeah.
Yep. So
we assess.
We do assessments.
We do assessments.
We do assessments.
Where are we? On a scale of 1 to 10, and
daily.
How do we get it up there?
Monthly.
We keep a pulse on it.
Because we keep a pulse on it.
We keep a pulse on it. We keep a pulse.
Help me out. That's right.
We talk it through.
We talk it all the way up. We talk it all the way up.
Y'all remember the assessment, the 4 questions?
Yep.
Who knows what the 4 questions are? If you know the 4 questions.
If anybody get the 4 questions
what's the 4 questions?
Oh my goodness, that would be amazing.
Anybody remember the 4 questions?
Anybody remember the 4?
The 4 question assessment.
Anybody? That would be good.
We early in our relationship, we started once a month doing a deep assessment.
Yes.
And it was 4 questions that we asked each other every single month. And we had to be brutally honest.
Yep.
And I'm going to give you the
I'm
4
gonna
questions.
Trying to answer
No
something.
extra charge.
No
I'm
extra charge.
to give 4 questions, so no extra charge.
No.
The first question is, William Byrd, what is it that you need me to do more of?
Mm-hmm.
The second one is, what do you need me to do less of? And it could be less talking or less jumping to conclusions or whatever it is.
Mm-hmm.
What do you need me to start doing that I'm not doing? And what am I doing that you need me to stop doing? Because this is the most important part. Because I'm trying hard to get an A at being the wife that you need.
Exactly.
And he would ask me the same thing. Well, Darlene, what do you need me to do more of, less of, start doing, stop doing? Because I'm trying to get an A at being the husband that Darlene needs. And we're all different people.
Mm-hmm.
The formula is going to be different for every relationship.
Mm-hmm.
But to be the person that he needs, I have to understand him.
Yep.
And I have to want the best for him.
I'm a different animal.
And yeah, and for him to get an A at being the husband that I need, you know, there's some specific things that make me feel secure,
Mm-hmm.
that make me feel safe, you know, that makes me trust. And so
good.
we talk through that, guys, in detail once a month. And we had to be brutally honest. We had to listen. And guess what? We had to do it.
You had to do it. That was the main thing. Action was the key. You've got to do it.
Yeah.
You got to do it. And I think that early on, that set the tone for.
Look at Nitra.
What she says.
She said, if you're struggling with communication, go to counseling, baby. That's your next point.
Well, no, that's going to come up.
Me and my hubby did, and we made so much progress. A big part of communication comes from our backgrounds and our family upbringing. Absolutely, all that comes with you. Whether you were touchy feely in your upbringing or not, maybe whether you dealt with conflict in your upbringing or not. You know, whether you all of that comes into your relationships. Yes, and that's in the book. The LoveByrds story.
The LoveByrds story.
How the class clown and the class president developed an extraordinary love.
Love-birds.com.
You can
get
yourself
a copy.
At love-birds.com. It's in here. And those 4 questions, I'm telling you, they built a foundation for our relationship like none other. We had to be truthful. And, you know, what do you need me to do more of? What do you need me to do less of? What am I not doing that you need me to do? What am I doing that you need me to just stop doing? It's just not helpful. And we had to be honest, and we had to do it.
We did it.
And that, you know, built a strong foundation for us. So all of that goes into just talking and communicating and sharing and being intentional about where you are. Yeah. So a lot of that.
I ain't going to say nothing but that's okay.
Yeah. Good one.
But I did it.
Good, baby. So we're talking about how to keep it tight. How to get it right.
Tight.
Get it right, keep it tight. Get it right, keep it tight.
Awesome. Use
Turn
those
right,
questions.
go straight.
Hey, Ty, thanks a lot, Ty. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I'm not going to cover everybody, but thank y'all so much for tuning in, man. We really appreciate you guys.
Absolutely.
We're going to move on to our next one, and that kind of goes into what we do when we talk, and that's plan together. So, you know, plan to set goals, plan for trips, plan to set personal goals. That planning aspect gives us an opportunity to find out what we want to do and how we want to do it.
You know what I've learned from our planning together?
What's that?
It's the whole part about being unselfish. You know what I mean? Like if in our planning, I know that one of the things you want to do is redo your workshop. Or, you know, one of the things I want to do is redo my bed. So, you know, just talking through those things, and then it just helps me. It helps us to prioritize.
Start to focus and prioritize.
I shift a little bit because I know that that's something that he's trying to get done this year. You know, one of the things that I wanted to do before the end of the year, I had a goal to get over across to Canada to check on my elderly uncle. He knew that. So when you know kind of what the goals are, and they're not, you verbalize them, you talk them through, then you can get on the same page and just kind of put the energy around those goals as a unit when you plan together. I think
we work together as a unit.
As a unit.
We look good as a unit.
And it's one of the best things that comes out of planning is that whole getting on the same page. The money, the time, the resources, the effort goes toward these
Channeled
combined
it into
goals into that plan. Yeah,
Mhm.
his plan becomes my plan becomes his plan,
Yep.
and that's the best thing that comes out of planning together.
That's a
There's
good
too
one,
much separate goals and separate plans and
Mhm.
separate. I'm putting money this way. No, I wanted the money to go this way, but I want a boat, but I want this, but I want that. But
Yep.
when you say, okay, guys, for this year, to get it right and make it tight, we're
Mhm.
going to plan together, and together we decide what the priority should be. I think that's the best thing that comes out of our planning is that oneness.
And plus, having a plan is having a plan not to fail at it.
Yeah, yeah,
So
yeah.
having a plan
Hmm.
is really key
That's
to
good.
getting some goals accomplished.
That's good,
Yes.
baby. You
Mhm.
talked about praying together. Of
Mhm.
course, the communication, the
Mhm.
talking about everything and the assessing and all that,
Mhm.
and then the planning together. Those were pretty
Mhm.
good. You got some more?
Oh, absolutely. My
You got
next
more?
one, oh
Okay.
yes, I do.
Oh, let's do it. Let's do it.
So my next one was study.
Study.
Now,
Study what?
studying just doesn't mean studying my partner. I encompass studying
You
as
always study.
finding out what the experts say.
Mm.
Seek the resources that you need. Anitra, you brought this up.
Counsel.
If you need counsel, seek counsel.
Mhm.
Like I said, getting the resources that you need. If
Mhm.
you don't know, if you don't find out or know, then how are you going to be able to implement something that's going to be
Mhm.
healthy for you? So find out what the people are doing who have experienced it or doing the healthy things and
I
are
like
putting it out there, and then start to emulate
it.
that. So that's what I did. I'll listen to this. I put this up to, I started downloading some of the stuff because I was going to read a
Mhm.
lot of the stuff that I did like in 2014 when we first met,
Mhm.
2014 and 2015.
Mhm.
I've got this whole list of,
Yeah.
I've got like thousands of quotes and
Yeah.
people saying things that were, I mean, I listened, didn't I, baby? I mean, quotes and resources. I just started
You know what,
downloading.
William Byrd?
Download. Yes, ma'am.
You were training for a marathon when you were getting ready to, when you were trying
Yes.
to woo me over and to get me to say yes.
Absolutely.
I ain't gonna say to marry you because you didn't ever ask me to marry you.
Yeah.
You said, will you
Do me the
allow,
honor.
would you do me the honor of allowing me to be your husband?
Yes, there you go.
You never said, will you marry me? You said, would you just give me the honor of allowing me to be your husband? Darling,
Yes.
you need a husband. Would you give me the honor? But you were studying like you were studying for a marathon. You're like, listen, I'm coming for the
I'm
crown.
still studying too.
And you do. You're like, I'm coming for the crown. I
What
want to
all the
know.
experts say.
Yeah. You still do too.
I mean,
You
listen,
still do too. You get
yes.
all this marriage stuff. It comes in the mail. Look at we're in our bedroom. The table is, what's this, Mr. and Mrs. All these books and resources, conversation cards, and you still do it.
Yes.
You still
Absolutely.
study. You
they
still
may
study.
come up with something new. I ain't doing it.
Yeah,
I ain't missing none of that.
But you know, that means that you got an
yes,
open mind to always learning, though.
Exactly.
You got to be a lifelong learner, even learning
Especially
your partner.
in marriages, yes, you got to do this. It's an ongoing job. It never goes away.
True. And we change.
Yep.
The women you got, we change. Who we gonna be this year and this, but we change.
I'll be ready for it.
We change, but you got to study. Just like, you want to do well on your job, you want to get your certifications and study.
Yep.
You got to study your partner to know when something's different. You know, y'all know William Byrd is, he's high energy. So if his energy ever drops, something is a problem, you know, or if, you know what I mean? Or if he's not smiling or, walking around humming, how he does around the house, how something's wrong. I could tell by his footsteps, the pace that he walks. So study, just like you would, trying to get an A in anything else. Let's study and get an A in our relationship.
Absolutely.
We're talking about getting it right, y'all.
Getting it right and
keeping it tight in 2022. Yeah,
I like that study part, man. I stay focused on that study part, man. That's big for me, man.
That's good too, baby. What else you got?
My next one was.
You got more?
I got another one.
All right. Okay.
And then this is right along in our vein. Serve one another.
You got your doctorate in Darlene. Yes, he did.
Oh yes, yeah.
Well,
now I'm working on the PhD.
Let me tell y'all how bad it is. And I learned how bad it was when my girlfriends was just here for my birthday. We had a house full of all my girls was here. It's like a 4-day sleepover when they come. Y'all, I don't even know how I like my coffee.
That was. Oh, you gonna give up the tapes on it?
Oh, I don't even know how I like my coffee, y'all.
Mm-hmm.
I haven't made my coffee.
Why would you?
And Billy knows how I
be
like
worried
it. I'm like, ask Billy. I don't know what you putting in it. The brown sugar and the whatever. Billy knows. And that's, oh gosh, I'm so spoiled. But you talk about study to know. He studies and he knows stuff will appear. I don't have to ask for a cup of tea. All of a sudden, a cup of tea just shows up. You look like you might want this, or I thought you might like this, or
I did see that tonight.
You did, and I said I didn't want anything to eat.
Not
just before this show. But what happened? Some tomato bisque just showed up like right on my desk while I was sitting there going over my notes. So it's just that whole learning, and trying to get that A. Dr. Bird got his doctorate in Darlene. Amy's so funny. She's good. She'll be right with it though.
I'm graduating.
So yeah, so study is good. So study your mate.
Study
if you want to get right and keep it tight, you gotta study. You gotta know through those conversations and those questions, and then just observing and studying. What makes you what gives you a pinch? What gets on your nerves? What gets you excited? Even when in our giving and how we our different love languages, how we show love, what gets the biggest expression from you?
Yes.
And what doesn't? Like, okay, you didn't really react to it.
How do I make her happy?
Yeah. How do you get that smile?
How do I get that smile?
So that you pass the test.
I can get that by serving. We can get that by serving. That's my next point.
Serving.
Y'all know we got this big thing about serving one another.
It's in the book. Let me see if I can find it.
So we are in this competition, this ongoing competition, and who can outserve each other. So we're always out there trying to make each other smile. Yeah. And that's big. Always having a heart for her heart and what she likes and what she wants and what she needs. And just being willing to provide that.
Yeah.
That's big. Wanting to do something, getting out of yourself, not what can I do for myself or what can you do for me, but what can I do for you? And it's just that has propelled, just kind of elevated us tremendously. That serving thing. If you got somebody out there trying to do something for you, it just makes you feel so good. Like she gave me that was like just like this morning. She woke up this morning. Here I'm thinking, morning person, boom, body rub time. That was her. That she woke up bright-eyed, bushy-tailed with body rub time, and it was just a quick body rub, and that just was so.
I had to lay hands on him.
She really laid hands on me.
Yeah. So it's on page 159.
Yes.
I'm not gonna. It's really short. I probably could read it, but it's okay. It on page 159. It's really like just two paragraphs, but it says that love gives more than it takes. Pure and simple. I'm on 159 on outserve each other, and it says God so loved the world that He gave. If you love something, you're mindful of it. You study it. There's study. You look out for it. You listen to it. There's communicate.
Yep.
You anticipate its needs. We just talked about that. Billy kept telling me that no one has ever taken care of him the way that I do. He shared that no one has cared about his interests, his health, his needs, or his wants the way that I do. Most women are natural givers and caretakers anyway. That's just who we are, right?
Yes.
But women are also responders. We respond. The more they are taken care of, the more they want to pour out. Serving begets serving. This was true for my husband also. And the next thing we realized was that we were competing with each other. Not so much as in a tit for tat, but we were intentionally engaged in serving the other. We were anticipating needs, wants, desires, doing the things to let the other know that we were thinking about them. We serve each other in the little things, such as bringing a cup of tea or a glass of water, picking up small gifts for each other, leaving little notes, sending encouraging texts and prayers, and beating each other to the punch when it comes to things like the dishes or the laundry. We were planning little surprises for each other and doing anything to bring a smile or outserve one another. Competition is ongoing, and it keeps our marriage balanced and selfless. We esteem one another and genuinely take delight in the happiness of the other. I've got him, he's got me, and we've got it all covered. So you can find that. It's in the Lovebird story when you get
True
your copy
story.
of it. So
True
it's
story.
just an ongoing thing, and it takes you out of selfishness.
Yeah.
And I think that's one of the problems that a lot of relationships fall into. People want their way, and they don't trust that the other person will take care of that.
Mhm.
So they feel like they have to fight, for their way in relationships.
Amy said, "Please beat me to paying the bills."
Yes. Making a race.
I work that.
Baby, do that. You do that. You do that.
Yeah, I do.
Yes, you do.
Man, I don't leave no stone. I try not to leave no stones unturned,
Mhm.
man, because for real, I want to experience a extraordinary love. I want to keep on experiencing this
Mhm.
extraordinary love.
Mhm.
It can be done. It's attainable. Also, marriages aren't just a thing. You say it's rare you see. Well, no, I make it so that we see it every day.
Mhm.
I try to make sure that we're not a rarity.
Mhm.
That things that go on around here aren't rare. They're the normal.
Mhm.
That's what I shoot for.
Mhm.
So it's, I don't want to say those are my expectations.
Yeah.
You feel me?
Yeah.
You get that? Did that make sense?
Baby? That's what you want. That's what you desire. You had a vision for that even from the beginning.
Exactly.
When I wasn't even seeing it. You had this whole vision of just this excellent marriage.
Excellent.
And you were saying, I know you're the one, and I know, that we could do it. But you had a vision for that from the beginning.
Absolutely.
Let's jump to the last one, baby, before we take our break and come back. Because I can't wait to get to the to the bird seat. I got the bird seat today, baby.
We're gonna skip. We did. So we did serve.
Stay.
Okay. Which is, this goes without saying. Staying faithful.
For making it right, keeping it tight.
For making it right and keeping it tight in 2022.
What we need to do.
You got to stay faithful. You got to stay honest. And you have to stay trustworthy.
Boy, you better preach. All right. I hear you.
Yeah.
I hear you. Say it again.
You have to stay. When she looks at me, y'all, that just so warms my heart.
He's just. Oh, you see, it came from like a deep place, like boom.
She still look at
See,
me
where'd
like
you get that from?
man,
I'm like, that was down in there somewhere.
Oh my goodness!
What we got to do to keep it right?
You
to get
have
right,
to
keep it
stay
tight.
faithful.
Stay faithful.
You have to stay honest.
Stay honest.
And you have to stay trustworthy.
And stay trustworthy.
As not only
worthy of trust.
Not just faithful in the sexual sense, or in that, being the infidelity, but faithful and trustworthy in your deeds and in your actions.
Yeah.
You have to, I think, Darlene not having no, like, I've already professed to Darlene, she's never have to worry about me cheating on her, because not only you brought a tear to my eye, baby.
I heard it. I heard you well up. That's why I turned around and looked at you like, you okay?
I wanted to catch you before y'all see it actually come down.
I heard you when your voice cracked. Woo, Jesus.
I'm sorry.
No, come on,
I'm
baby.
a big crybaby when it comes to her. I ain't gonna lie to y'all.
Bring it, baby.
But anyhow,
faithful, honest, and trustworthy.
You got me again.
And you said I told Darlene.
She because not only that, because I want to not only be true to her, I need to be true to myself. I have to be honest with myself. I have to be trustworthy of my own actions and own deeds. So when professing that to her, I've been professing it to myself. Daily, constantly, all day, every day.
There you go.
So that she never has to worry about that. She'll never have to worry about that at all. At all. See, talk to the people, please. Chuck, do me a favor. Go to commercial. We'll be right back. And we're back. Thank you, Chuck, for that. One thing we want to say, we want to make sure that you go to love-birds.com, get your copy of the LoveByrds story, how the class president and the class clown develop extraordinary love. We want to thank our Feel Good Talk family, Charles Brakely and the Feel Good Talk family. Go to Feel Good Talk, Mind, Body, Soul, and Business on YouTube. Subscribe and like. Please subscribe and like. If you like this show, share.
Yes.
Please do us a favor, do yourselves a favor, do the world a favor. Get this out there. This is some good stuff. We're trying to help everyone we can, and we love you guys. Thank you for much.
Okay,
Thank you
guys.
so much.
William Byrd, stop getting it all emotional up
I'm
in
sorry.
here.
I'm sorry.
Can
I just, before you go to give them the bird seed and the bird seed story, can I just cover what we covered today?
Sure.
So we're talking about keeping it right and keeping it tight in 2022. We covered some several key points for it. Gave you some practical applications of what to do with them. We started out with praying for each other, very significant. We talked about talking, communicating, and listening as very key. We also talked about planning together, planning with one another. We also spoke about studying one another, studying what the experts say, seeking counsel. These are great ways for you to keep it right and keep it tight in your relationship and in your marriage in 2022 and beyond. We talked about serving. You want to go?
No,
we talked about serving one another. One of the key things that keep our relationship as wonderful as it is bringing a smile to each other's face. So serving one another has been very, very strategic and very, very helpful in keeping it tight and keeping it right in our relationship since the onset. We also talked about my final point where we said that you need to stay faithful, you need to stay trustworthy, and you need to stay honest.
You did. Yes, you did.
Yes, we did.
Yes.
Absolutely.
I hope you guys are learning something. But listen, never leave before the bird seed. You always stay for the bird
seed. You gotta keep the bird seed.
Always stay with the bird seed.
It's a good one today, too.
Yeah. So I was trying to think of a good bird seed for this week. And just listening to what my husband wanted to talk about, it made me pull this guy out. And he's heavy. Okay, where is he?
There he is.
Okay, can you guys see him? I think it's a her.
I think it's got to be a her from what the story you about to tell. It better not be a him.
I think it's a her.
It's her.
It's a goose.
It's a goose.
It's a goose. And I had a golden egg. Golden egg been going a long time ago. But we live.
Wait a minute. Hold tight.
Let me tell you. So this is a goose. All right. So guys, it's the story. You probably heard the story about the goose and the golden egg. I don't know if it was Mother Goose, but I know I used to use the story a lot about the goose and the golden egg and the farmer who realized that he had a goose that was laying golden eggs. So every day he would go out and find that the goose has laid a golden egg. He would go out the next day. Sure enough, the goose has laid a golden egg. The next day, the goose has laid a golden egg. And he realized, wow, I'm onto something with this goose that's laying these golden eggs. So he decided, you know what? I need to see what's inside of this goose. So he cut the goose open, thinking that he was going to have this whole pile of golden eggs that he could use. Come to find out, there were no golden eggs in that goose when he cut the goose open. And now you don't even have the goose. So the whole story about this is heavy. About the goose
is heavy.
And the golden egg. Yeah. And so thinking about how does that apply to your relationship or to your marriage? And I think it does. I think it really does apply, the whole story about the goose and the golden egg. And I think it applies because a good relationship, I think, lays golden eggs every single day. I think there's something in there that is golden every day if your relationship is good. Just to name a few, security, just a sense of security is a golden egg that comes out of a healthy relationship. A good companion and a friend comes out of a healthy relationship. Fun and excitement. Fun. You like that one?
I do.
Intimacy. I do. There are lots of golden eggs. You guys list some of the golden eggs in the comments that you think that come out of a healthy relationship. what did I say? I said security,
Mhm.
companionship, fun, intimacy. There are a lot of things, a lot of golden eggs that come out of a healthy relationship. So if you're watching this, list some of the things that comes out of a healthy relationship for you. Trust, fun, companionship, just a lot of good things come out of a healthy relationship. So when you have a healthy relationship, it's a goose, and it's laying those golden eggs. So um, what I'm trying to say here is that the golden eggs of a marriage are the result of taking good care of the goose.
Taking good care of the goose.
The golden egg of the relationship is the result of taking good care of the goose.
Mm-hmm.
And so, most people get tired of caring for their marriage. They get selfish, they get impatient.
Wow.
They want all their golden eggs. And I think when they want all their golden eggs, it's inappropriate behavior or selfish behavior that destroys the goose. And it's not considering the goose. They just want the golden eggs. They just want what they want. And you're not giving it to me. So, and that's the type of stuff that destroys it. So stuff like being impatient, being selfish, when you stop saying please and thank you and start taking each other for granted, those types of things destroy the goose, right? Those common courtesies, not being sensitive to the other person and just not being thoughtful, not putting in the time and effort those things kill the goose, right? Stop putting the time and effort and energy into your goose. And sometimes people treat the goose worse than anybody that they will ever treat on the street. They talk to the goose worse than you don't talk to anybody else on the street the way you talk to the goose. And just because they're there, and that's not good. So they're killing the goose, and they're not getting those golden eggs. So my thing is that I think we need to focus on learning how to take care of the goose so that you get the golden age. Very and I mean, year after year after year, you know what I mean?
Yes.
You could get golden eggs year after year after year if you're mindful of the goose and tending to the goose, right? And you can do it, guys. Even if you don't know how to do it, study. If you don't know how to fix it, get counseling. There's things that you can learn, just like there's laws in relationship, just like laws of gravity. There's laws in relationships. So if you don't know, you can find out how to fix it, how to make it better, but don't do nothing. Don't just stay there. That's the worst thing you can do.
Can I shout out somebody? What's up, Daryl Rothwell? Good to see you, man. Man, listen, I just
Daryl's family.
He's
gonna show up every once in a while. But guys, that's our bird seed for this week.
Amy, if you owe Amy, stop.
I'm gonna hurt her. I can't with Amy. I can't with Amy. I gotta deal with Amy.
She put a list. She got 100.
I bet.
She said babies. She said matching outfits.
Yes, those are golden eggs.
Those are Amy.
She listed golden eggs.
Boy, she is going
Kingdom
in.
growth.
Yes, I love it, Amy. Don't you ever stop.
Amy gets
I swear.
Amy
you get an A.
She's a student. She's a teacher's pet, y'all.
She's a teacher's pet. Yes.
All right, guys.
Hey, listen.
We hope this has been a helpful episode.
Absolutely.
We're talking about, hey, let's get right and let's keep it tight going into 2022. Check yourself.
Check yourself before
right?
you wreck yourself.
Check yourself.
Man, we love you guys, man.
We're excited.
Thank y'all so much.
Again,
we're excited.
The Love Cruise.
Love Cruise.
The Love Cruise.
February 13th. I'll be putting up the flyer. We just got the flyer. I'll be putting up the flyer. Reserve your seats. Cash App Darlene Bird. Money sign Darlene Bird.
Yeah.
Or Cash App. I think it's let me get this for y'all right now because I got it. I got it.
The English love language. We're partnering with the English love language.
And Sharita, I saw you on here. Sharita told me today that she's going.
Awesome.
Let's
do it. Let's do it.
Let me see. Here we go.
Let's do it, y'all.
Sophie, SOPHISS. Money sign SOPHISS.
It's a $ there or $ Darlene Bird. It's $75 a person. 150
$50
for a couple.
couple.
Everybody's invited to come
Everybody,
along
we're gonna
and
do the
ride
dating
on
game.
a
Hey, listen, I got a
fantastic
real
voyage.
serious giveaway for her. Somebody
Somebody
lucky,
gonna win.
somebody gonna win
What they gonna
something.
win, baby?
I'm trying to tell them.
Ooh, no, don't tell them.
Boy, but y'all
No,
ain't
'cause
gonna
you'll
want
tell
to miss this.
Somebody
We gotta.
it's a trick, right? But don't tell them.
Yeah,
All right, y'all. Hey, take care
Hey,
of
we
the
love
goose.
you guys. Thank y'all.
Take care of the
goose.
This is your bird seed for the week. Take care of the goose so you can continue to get those golden eggs.
We're the LoveByrds.
I'm
love
people.
Bird. Let's get it right. We're the LoveByrds.
Yeah.
I'm William Bird.
I'm Darlene Bird.
And we love people. And we love.
love.
See y'all next